Hi, blessings everyone. It's just before 11 a.m. in Edinburgh, and I'm just checking the date. It's 25th, 26th of November 2021. Just to finish. The energies are really interesting. We have the sense of unity that's come through, and we're also in the passageway that takes us through into the new year, and the solstice, the Christmas period, depending on which way you want to look at it, or all of it. There's a feeling of deep gratitude that has come through over the past few days. And yesterday was Thanksgiving. And I felt it was really powerful. So I was writing about it on Facebook. There's a sense of how life has changed. It's interesting because this period of the year coming up to Christmas, there's lots of reflection that goes on. But yesterday, during this very deep Thanksgiving energy, I really felt this powerful unity come in, and so we were experiencing the sense of being together, but also being our own unique selves. The light on the planet is increasing, and the things that are non-material in life, now again, this depends on how you look at it. If you're a person who is able to see energy, then very often you will see everything as being not material, but it can be very physical, and you can feel it on a physical level. The gateways that are opening up and walking through time and timeless portals of light. So there's lots of them opening as we go towards the end of 2021 in terms of time. But when we look into the timeless, there's a sense of just being fully present in the moment, and this ability to stay present without being attached to anything that's connected with time. So as the planet is increasing in energy in terms of the light, then there's a connection with the etheric and the physical coming into being, where the nature spirits and the light that we would have called another level is actually coming into oneness. So there's a feeling of how really even material things are becoming lighter. It's fascinating. Um, I saw a video yesterday, and it was in Australia, and this person was diving, and there was a fish that was completely transparent, and mm, it had lots of light coming through it, and it was a fish. It wasn't a jellyfish. It was a fish that was see-through, I would say. Yeah, transparent, completely transparent. Amazing. So, if you take it in terms of ourselves and how we're feeling at the present time, I guess the question is, are you feeling transparent? Do you recognize that when you're amongst other people that there's a transparency? That you're in a world that is, for some, it's unseen, so they can't see you. For others, they may see you, but they're seeing you in a light-filled way, where everything within you is connected with the light. It's interesting. It's very creative, and it can be great fun, so you can play around with it. On a personal level, I'll just share this for a moment. I'm feeling my physical body and the bones organically becoming freed, and it just gets deeper and deeper. I have teeth that are expanding also, and as the teeth expand, they're crystallizing, and then there's a feeling of, well, there's movement there within the roots and within the gums, and the teeth are literally moving around in my mouth. I spoke about this before in another video. So I have crystalline teeth coming through, and they look really beautiful. I can see where they're mineralizing and the changes that are happening within the teeth, and the expansion makes the teeth really glow from inside. But the but is that, and I have periods of this. I'm trying just to go with that, but there's a part of me that's concerned about losing my physical teeth, and I am losing teeth. But staying in the flow of that, rather than feeling that I need to do anything about it. Just really watching and observing what's going on. The potential there for, if anything is being lost, then there is potential for new teeth to come through. And so I'm going into that through my meditations and asking about it. So this attitude of life, this attitude of gratitude in the moment, and in the presence of the divine, the present moment, the alignment, and being aware, this is a big one for me personally. I'm very aware that I live in an energy world when I'm particularly when I'm outside, amongst other people. But the energy world is a world of beauty. So I don't feel or see anything other than this transparency and the beauty in the world. It's really interesting. Even amongst energies that I would have called more dense energies, I'm being shown that there's still light there, and my perception immediately shifts into the light, and I'm seeing everything in a very free and harmonious way. And I felt that I had already attained that until 2017, and then it shifted. And going through this very, very powerful embodiment process of the crystalline body. And yeah, there's something really beautiful in there that comes through in the way that I'm experiencing life, not just saying it, but experiencing. So words are they're difficult, I feel, which is really, I feel why so many people are wearing masks, because there's no real connection through words. As the higher self is embodied, then the fragility and the vulnerability of our lives disappears, and we become more focused through this movement and this energy that is literally bringing us into the light of who we are. So there's nothing hidden there. There's silence, and people are moving around, and I'm finding it really fascinating. I saw something a few nights ago, and it just happened in the moment, as it does, and it caught my eye, and I was like, whoa, you know, that feeling of wanting to capture it on camera. I'm not really good with these small cameras like the smartphones. I prefer to use my digital camera if I'm taking photographs. But I just play around with whatever. If I have something with me that I can kind of click on, then it will bring through an energetic response through the camera, so I'll be able to see the energies through the screen, and it will come out in a way that I haven't envisioned. I can't really capture physical form. It's not physical for me, so it comes through as energy. And it's always there's a sense of the uniqueness and the oneness in the image. So it might look like a painting, for example, and it's a language which I can see and I can translate, and I understand understand the language that's coming through. So it's been like that for me for a long time. But it's everything is becoming more sharp in terms of how we experience it as the body changes. So this is different because I'm feeling it in the body as well as perceiving it, and being able to play around with it if I choose to. Most of the time when I go out, I don't have my phone switched on, or I don't have access to a camera unless I decide to take the camera with me for that purpose. But we're really walking in a world of very deep meditation, I feel, and there's a sense of how the flow is there and the movement. So if we distract ourselves by going in and using, like for me, I'd be going into my bag and taking out my phone. It doesn't work for me. I need to stay in the flow. And it's these moments that are full of magic. And a few years ago, it would have been that I would get a message coming through the sky, or there would be some kind of energetic message coming through, which I still get, but not so much at the moment because of where I'm living, and I don't have access to an open like panoramic view, but I do have a deeper understanding that comes through when I'm connecting outside. So I just watch and kind of play around with it in my energy field. I get things happening that are completely unexpected, and they come into the moment, and I get a shot of energy from it, and I'm like, wow, that's amazing. I wish I could capture that sometimes. I might be able to paint it or something if I had access to these things, but I don't at the moment. So I've been asking for that to change for the past 3 years or so, since I had to move out of the property that I was in, which had an amazing light, and I was able to really use it as a creative studio space. So as our senses change, our language changes and our perception changes, and we're able to see life it's indescribable, actually, but it's, for us personally, it's an amazing energy because it's part of our energy system. So we really need to enjoy this this beauty that's coming through in the shift. And the more that we are able to connect on that level, the more the planet is really moving up, and we're able to enjoy life on a completely different level. It's very powerful. So I'm just sending some energy through as I finish, and have a beautiful attitude of gratitude that comes through, and is very powerful through the Thanksgiving energies that we're receiving that are still there. So I'm just sending a blessing this morning and lots of love. I'll speak to you soon. Namaste.